Good morning. Welcome to AM Prime on WESN. I'm Takiyah Thompson, and we're going to dive right into an interesting, exploring conversation that we have for you guys. So, blending storytelling, lived experience, and powerful insights, his message centers on transformation, encouraging people not just to dream, but to evolve into purpose behind those dreams. Treldon Layne is a transformational voice committed to helping people live with greater self-awareness, transparency, and purpose. Through his work as a motivational speaker, author, and poet, he challenges individuals to better understand themselves and unlock the potential within their lives. Today, we're excited to welcome him as we explore the theme, You Can't Kill My Dreams. Mr. Layne, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Yes.
So we want to get right into You Can't Kill My Dreams. You can read it for us on air and then we dive right into it.
Pardon me?
You can read it for us and we'll dive right into it.
It's a piece that I wrote many years ago, and it has substance and a lot of meaning to me. It's one of my favorite pieces. I'm going to read it for you now. You can't kill my dream. You may kill my children and cause me deep pain as cancer. You may destroy my kismet, but like an eagle I rise. You may give me an infamous name, but like fire and rain, it fades away like money. You may flip to my face, but like the sun I shine. You can't kill my dreams. You may kill me with your actions, but like my belief, it stings. You may take your life from me and cause me deep loss, but still I rise a star. You may shatter my family, but after a loved one die, life goes on. You may take my joy, but like my friends, it takes shape in my God. You can't kill my dreams. You may be biased because of my race, but like my life, I run to pray. My foot may be set by you, like the earth it spins on. You may kill me, but you can't kill my dreams. Because all my dreams live in you and me. You may kill me, but I still saw. You may kill me, but I saw still. And you can't kill my dreams. You just can't. And you know what? You may try.
Thank you for that. Wow. And right away, what you said it's something you wrote a long time. So what inspired this piece? What talk us through it as you would have written it?
That piece came about. I was looking at cinema night, and a certain person, I don't want to call the religion or race, I don't want to cause any offense. She said that when she was in her home country, she was being stifled. And she said no matter what they did, they cannot kill her dreams. So I was like, wow, this is a beautiful topic, a beautiful topic. So right then and then, I took up my pen. Back then I used to write with a pen and paper. Nowadays it's more text. I write on my phone. So I started writing that piece right then and then. And I remember when I first wrote that piece, some of my colleagues, some people that I cherish, they say it reminds them of Maya Angelou, Till I Rise. I was like, okay. I didn't even know who was Maya Angelou at that point in time. I didn't know who she was. So I was introduced to Maya Angelou after writing this piece. You can't kill my dreams. That's just some history and facts I'm giving you.
Thank you for that. And so, do you believe dreams are connected to who we're meant to be?
Pardon me?
Do you believe dreams are connected to who we're meant to be?
I believe that everybody have a purpose. And everybody purpose is defined differently. And I believe that it don't make sense to live a failed purpose because we all have a purpose. For instance, when I was in secondary school, I learned something that struck a chord with me. I learned from my PhD teacher. She said that specialization. I remember when we was doing that lesson, that chapter on specialization, how much it have affected me as an individual. Even after this day, I still remember that coaching from my teacher, former teacher. The reason why it struck a chord is because of everybody specializes in a particular field. So, for instance, we need a garbage truck pickup man. We need a doctor. We need an attorney. We need a lawyer. We need a host. We need you as a host as well. So we all have our expertise. So I believe we all have a purpose. We all have a calling, but it's what we do with our calling by never surrendering and living in the trueness of our calling.
Thank you. And most people, they say that they're just being realistic when they walk away from a dream. But how often is that actually fair?
For me, the way the world is somewhat designed and structured, people can lose hope for their dreams, lose hope to realize their dreams. And I think that governments have to come to the point whereby to let their population live out their dreams, because that is the divine purpose. And I will talk about America a bit because I believe America is the ideal country whereby they let their people live their dream. That's why for me, my philosophy is that America always comes with the best products, the best brands, the best everything, because they fostered that culture to live that dream. I believe if other countries of the world adopt that philosophy whereby letting your people live out their dreams by the policies you put in place, we can have a better society. Because when you reach your purpose, like for example, me, my personal space, I never know that I would accomplish these things that I have accomplished in my life. I mean, I remember when I was young, I wanted to be an actor. I want to be a dramatist. But that being said and done. But the point I'm making to you is that it don't make sense you having a passion or a burning desire in your heart and you're not realizing that passion, not realizing that dream. Dreams are meant to be lived and lived through the experiences that shapes your life.
Thank you. So how often would no, how can someone tell when logic is protecting them versus when it's limiting them?
Logic, no logic being factual, being on point.
Yeah.
Logical. Um, we society is prone to paying bills. That's logical. We have to pay bills. We have to meet our family obligation. But I will always say, which I said earlier, live in your divine purpose. Find your dream. Find what hope can be. Never abandon it. I mean, even though you are maybe doing a 8 to 4 job, being logical, you have to work. We all have to work. But try to live out your dream. Try to be in the ambience of your dream. Because I know what's deep in your heart, what you have deep there, it never leaves you. And I learned something recently. When you becomes old and you're on maybe a dying bed, you reflect on all your life courses, and somewhat you live with regrets. Living with regrets is not nice. It's not nice because you are regretting your life course. You're regretting what never could have been. That's why I would tell anybody, Yes, you could have an 8 to 4 job, still try to find your purpose. Then be true to your ideals, what you believe your dream is. I can't define your dream. I can't. You have to do it. That's why specialization is very much important. Because I mean, like you, I need you. You are interviewing me today. That's your expertise. A lawyer sign a contract or draft the contract, that's their expertise. A policeman protecting the road, that's their expertise. Live in the trueness of what you are and what you can achieve.
Thank you for that. And if there was ever a time in your life that a dream didn't unfold, what did it teach you and how did you move from there?
Wow. Now let me tell you something. I today achieving all these things. Wow. I never know that I could have done this. I've been transparent with the audience. I believe transparency goes a long way. A long way. All I know in my life, I never wanted to be a failure. And that's the gospel truth. That's the gospel truth about who I am. I never wanted to be a nobody. I wanted to be somebody. That being said, I have done things that I never dreamed that I could have achieved. Like, for instance, managing artists. I never dreamed that dream. Writing poems. I never dreamed that dream. Writing for Guardian Media. I was a columnist for Trinidad Guardian newspaper. I never dreamed that dream. Yet I did it. So, for me, I know how I feel. And if I feel a particular way, why not give it to somebody else? Don't live a failed dream or a failure with their particular vision. Remember, that vision is you. You have to bring that vision alive. Bring it, make it real. Because the things I have done, I wrote a program on this. I view it as mission impossible because it was going upstream, and yet I did it. Why? There's a why. Because I persevere. I never give up. I persevere. I continue doing it. I continue living in the trueness of my own calling. And for instance, my own brand, being specializing in my own particular field.
Thank you. And you mentioned persevering. So, how does chasing something meaningful really shape our character?
I believe it gives you strength because once you have courage enough to persevere through the odds, through the darkened days, you can achieve anything. I look at many great inventors of the past didn't achieve successes right away. Look at any brand. Research any brand in this world today didn't achieve successes right away. With over time, they did. So it's really having the courage enough to fulfill your purpose, fulfill your ideals, fulfill your dreams. Because if you research any brand, KFC, I love KFC, by the way. I'm a KFC lover. Love KFC. KFC didn't become KFC. The guy who founded KFC at a young, particular age was an old man. What is that saying to us? That's saying to us that, waiting over time, successes will come. But by you consistently doing it and making your brand, making your product, being courageous enough to persevere. When you persevere, your dreams can become a reality. Because for me, I did things that I never thought that I could have done, yet it was done. With that being said, live in your trueness of your purpose, and your purpose will define your vision, or should I say, your vision will define your dreams.
Thank you. And most people, sometimes they're afraid of stepping into dreams or starting something because of the uncertainty. So, why is stepping into uncertainty necessary for growth?
Because that's the unknown. Most people don't like the unknown, and we're being laughed upon. That's really having a fear. It's really a fear of the unknown. But then again, this is your vision. You have to make your vision work, make it make sense for someone else. Because if you're saying your dream, your passion, your hope, and nobody else connects with it, vision off. That's the reason why you have to live being truthful. Even though you may struggle with the unknown, persevere. Again, be courageous enough to stand in your truth and live your dream.
So, was there ever a time you started off playing it safe and then eventually had to switch or change the narrative due to outcome?
Yes, yes. I told you earlier I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be an actor, a dramatist. Yes, I have a drama in me. I like drama. And if you know me personally, which I know I met you in the past, through the being interview with the front Calypsonian around Carnival time. I met you, so I know who you are. I love your wit. I love you have wit. You're very witty. That's what I like most about you, your wit. I love your wit. And for me, what's the question again? What's the question?
Were there ever a time you played it safe and how did you change the narrative or switched it up in the end?
I want to be a dramatist. And that was my big dream. And then I became a writer, a poet. I became a poet first. I did drama with Shoalin players, Freddie Kassoon. I did drama with Civilian Cultivation Corps. Back then, I think it was with Chi Rodriguez and a director who was a part of my drama teacher, Mr. Mr. Hamilton, yes. Mr. Hamilton, yes. Chi Rodriguez, I've been trained by Chi Rodriguez. So, yes. And with that being said, it did alter me because I became an author. I was an author. I became an author. I never became an actor. So I switched acting to go to writing. Then I did songwriting. I'm also a songwriter at present. I'm in negotiation to sign a contract with a singer. I won't call name right now, but we are in negotiation stages. Also, I became a motivational speaker. Also, I became a columnist for Trinidad Guardian. And writing for Trinidad Guardian, what I gathered, so you will connect with this. Many times when I was writing articles for Trinidad Guardian, I was in a happy space. That was during COVID time, with all the press. The pressure was there during COVID. And yet I had to sit down by that desk and write. That used to fret my life bad. Because when I'm bad, I was angry, not bad. So, so I did things that I never thought I could have done. I sure you will connect with that, being that you're a journalist, knowing that you have to sit by the desk and you have to produce the work. You could be in whatever frame of mind you are in, you have to sit there and do the work. And that to me, I've done so much things that I never dreamed that I could have done. So yes, the answer is yes.
Thank you. And most people are afraid of failing when it comes to their dreams. But why do you think people fear failing more than being or staying stuck in a position?
They have to ask themselves, which was much more. They have to ask themselves that. Failure is something that can occur, but would you rather live a life that never achieved your purpose? For me, I'll bring it back to me because I'm telling my stories whereby you can connect to know some form of normalcy to me and to you as well. For me, I did the work because I felt I was doing the right thing. Firstly, I was doing the right thing. And I felt that I had to not suppress that right thing, but make it heard. So, failure, yes, we can have failure, but look at it this way. What do you rather live in the fear or live your dream? What do you rather? Question. Question yourself. What do you rather? Living in your fear or living in your grand purpose, your great purpose?
Love that question. So, along the lines of that question, what would you say to someone who feels like it's too late to chase their dream?
Wow, that's not true. Look at KFC. You know what KFC? Yeah, I mean that's a perfect example. He became successful in his older years. Remind me of somebody like myself. Though I say my age right now, but remind me of Treldon Layne. Yes, in my older years, I am becoming more successful. But the point is that doing the work and getting the work done. Hear what I tell you? Doing the work and getting the work done. In other words, being courageous, fulfilling your true passion, your true calling. Even though you may feel not very great about it, just do it. Do the work and get the work done.
And a follow up, I feel like you've answered this already, but just, still tell us, is there ever really an expiration date on purpose?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll tell you why. The more we go on with our life is about improving, or should I say, consistently making progress, or according to this phrase, um, a work in progress. What does a work in progress mean? What does progressing mean? Progressing means making steady steps, getting the job done. So once you are work in progress, never quitting, continue redefining yourself. Even me, I have my shortcomings. I'm not ashamed to tell you I do have shortcomings, and I'm very honest. But what I do know for sure is that I am consistently redefining myself, being constantly making an improvement, because nobody have arrived. If a man come to you as a female, you as the host, and say here like he's all ideal and perfect, no, that's not true. You have to ask yourself, what are you doing to make progress to better your life, to live in a better ideal, better principle, better domain? It's all about making steady progress and consistently making progress.
Yes, thank you. And some may ask, at what point do we have to adjust our dream instead of killing it?
Pardon me?
At what point do we have to adjust our dream versus if we just had to, kill it and say, you know what, let me try something else. This one I just can't pursue again. Sometimes we just need an adjustment. So at what point do you make
I don't
that?
believe there's ever a point. There's ever a point. Because let me teach you a trick of the trade. For instance, if you do a blueprint and you start something and you may find you're losing hope, what you do is maybe train maybe your children, carry on this legacy for me. If your children want to carry it on, never stop. Never stop. Consistently making, even though you're going to die in bed, die fighting. Die fighting. Because, I mean, KFC is a perfect example. He didn't give up, couldn't Alexander, he didn't give up. It's old age. He produced a restaurant that became world renowned. Trinidad's love KFC. Love it. I'm a lover of KFC myself. What is that saying to you? Persistency does the work. Persistency, diplomacy, redefining your dreams, continue making progress, but get the work done. But the trick of the trade is never stopping. Even if you're going to die in bed, put on with a good fight. Put them a good fight.
Thank you for that. And as we wrap up this conversation, but you're giving us so much, to work with and take away. But finally, if someone listening today feels like life has buried their dream, what's one step they can take to revive it?
You broke up a bit, so I didn't hear the question properly.
If someone listening today
Could you say
feels
it again?
like, yes, if someone is listening and they feel like life has buried their dream, what is one step they can take to revive it?
Life have what? That's the life part. I'm not hearing it properly. Because it kind of breaking up. Life have what?
Life has buried their dream. What is one step they can take to revive it?
Very?
Buried.
Very? Is it what is very?
Yeah, buried. Like life has.
Very. Oh, life is variation. Let's use the word variation. That's the right word, variation. So that's very way of getting the job done. In life, remember, this is your dream. This is what you believe in. This is your ideal purpose. And mind you, it's your ideal purpose. Yes, you may feel stagnation, but never let anybody kill your dreams. Failure isn't the enemy. Yourself is the enemy. That's a quote. Failure isn't the enemy. Yourself is the enemy. Because everything you do stems with you, ends with you, starts with you. So you are the only one who can dictate successes by what you do. Stagnation is not the right way of living. That's right. Make improvements. Become better in your lot, whatever your lot may be. Grow. And that's the only way where I should say true success is found, by finding purpose within.
Thank you so much, Mr. Layne, for our conversation this morning. And just before you go, if you can you just reread that poem for us? You Can't Kill My Dreams.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So you like it?
I did, yes.
Okay, cool. You can't kill my dreams. You may kill my children and cause me deep pain as cancer. You may destroy my kismet, but like an eagle I rise. You may give me an infamous name, but like fire and rain, it fades away like money. You may fit to my face, but like the sun I shine. You can't kill my dreams. You may kill me with your actions, but like my belief it sings. You may take your life from me and cause me deep loss, but still I rise a star. You may shatter my family, but after a loved one dies, life goes on. You may take my joy, but like my friends, you take shape in my God. You can't kill my dreams. You may be bad because of my race, but like my life I run to pray. My foot may be set by you, like the earth it spins on. You may kill me, but you can't kill my dreams. Because all my dreams live in you and me. You may kill me, but I still saw. You may kill me, but I saw still. And you can't kill my dreams. You just can't. And you know what? You may try.
Thank you so much, Mr. Layne. Such powerful word and insights. I really enjoyed this conversation. So thank you so much for sharing that with us and being a part of this conversation. Guys, we're
Thank
going
you.
to take a short break, but stay with us. We have more coming up right after this.